Have you ever seen a beautifully decorated carrot cake and wondered, how do they make those perfect little chocolate carrots? Well, get ready, because today I'm revealing the secret. Well, today I'm showing you how to make easy chocolate carrot cake toppers using simple piping techniques. These adorable edible decorations are perfect for spring desserts, Easter cakes, or adding a fun homemade touch to any carrot cake. And the best part? You don't need a mold, a professional setup, or any fancy equipment, just a few simple ingredients and a little creativity. Let's get started and create some picture-perfect chocolate carrot toppers. First, we'll melt 3/4 cup of orange candy melts in a heat-proof bowl. These candy melts are the perfect shade for our carrot shapes and have a smooth texture when melted properly. Next, we add 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil. This helps thin out the candy melts, making them easier to work with and giving them a glossy finish. Stirring the mixture continuously ensures a silky, lump-free consistency. I use a candy melting pot for this job, yet another kitchen gadget I convinced myself I absolutely needed. Do I use it often? Probably not as much as I should, but when I do, it feels like a professional chocolatier moment. It keeps the candy melts at the perfect temperature, smooth and silky, with zero risk of scorching. If you don't have a candy melting pot, don't worry. I have a separate video where I show different methods for melting chocolate, including microwave and stovetop techniques. Check that out for step-by-step guidance on getting smooth, perfectly melted chocolate every time. No matter which method you choose, keep stirring. It's the secret to melt in your mouth chocolate consistency. Next, we'll prepare a piping bag by fitting it into a tall glass and rolling the edges over the rim to keep things neat. I use royal icing piping bags for this step because they are much thinner than the ones used for buttercream, allowing for better precision and control. The finer tip helps create cleaner lines and detailed designs, making it perfect for delicate chocolate decorations like these carrot toppers. Pour the melted orange candy into the piping bag, making sure to scrape down the sides of the bowl so you don't waste any. Twist the top tightly to prevent any chocolate from leaking out, then tie a secure knot, or use a bag clip to keep it closed. This helps maintain even pressure when piping, giving you better control over your designs. If needed, gently knead the bag in your hands for a few seconds to ensure the candy remains warm and smooth before you begin decorating. For the leafy green tops, we'll repeat the process with 1/4 cup of green candy melts. These give the carrots their classic, fresh from the garden look and add a fun pop of color to the decorations. Next, I add 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil. This helps keep the candy melts smooth and easy to work with, preventing them from hardening too quickly while piping. Now, to get started on shaping our chocolate carrot toppers, I need a baking sheet, a carrot template, and a parchment paper sheet. The carrot template is available for download on my website, so be sure to grab it if you want perfectly shaped decorations. Having a guide underneath the parchment paper makes piping so much easier, especially if you're aiming for consistent shapes. Just tape the template to the baking sheet, place a sheet of parchment paper on top, and you're all set to start piping. off just the very tip of the piping bag. Better to start small and adjust as needed. If I realize the opening is too tiny, I can always snip a little more. But if I go too big, well, I might as well be flooding a cake instead of piping delicate decorations. And if that happens, no worries. Just transfer the melted chocolate to a new piping bag and start fresh. Chocolate work is very forgiving, and a little trial and error is all part of the fun. I start by piping the orange carrot shapes first, carefully tracing the outline and filling them in to create solid, smooth carrot bases. Once all the orange carrots are piped, I move on to the leafy green tops. Using a separate piping bag filled with green melted candy, I carefully add little leafy tops at the end of each carrot, making sure they slightly overlap with the orange section so they stick together as they harden. If the candy starts to stiffen in the bag, a quick knead with warm hands will bring it back to the perfect consistency. I take my time here because these little details make the final cake look extra special. Once all the carrot tops are piped, I place the tray in the fridge for 10 minutes to firm up completely. These tiny details may seem small, but they make a big difference in the final presentation of the cake. When the chocolate has fully hardened, carefully peel the carrots away from the parchment paper. Take your time with this step, gently lifting them with a spatula, or your fingertips helps prevent any breakage. If they feel stuck, try sliding a thin knife underneath to loosen them without damaging their shape. Place them on a plate, making sure they don't overlap, so they stay intact and ready for decorating. Now, admire your little chocolate creations. They're going to make the cake look absolutely stunning. Looking for more fun and festive Easter recipes? Whether you're planning an elaborate Easter brunch or just want to whip up some cute and tasty treats, I've got you covered. From adorable bunny-shaped cookies to fluffy hot cross buns, and even creative spring-themed desserts, there's something for every baker, no matter your skill level. Check out my Easter recipe playlist, where I share step-by-step tutorials to make holiday baking fun and stress-free. I'll walk you through everything from simple no-bake treats to beautifully decorated cakes that will wow your guests. Plus, I've got plenty of decorating tips to make your Easter table look extra festive. I've linked the playlist below, so be sure to explore and get inspired for your Easter baking. Let's make this holiday extra sweet. If you're making these ahead of time, proper storage is key to keeping them fresh, so they're ready to use whenever you need them. To store homemade chocolate carrots, I place them in an airtight container, making sure to separate the layers with parchment paper. This prevents them from sticking together or breaking, which can happen if they are stacked directly on top of each other. For short-term storage, they can be kept in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. This keeps them firm and prevents any accidental melting if your kitchen gets too warm. If you need to store them longer, the freezer is your best option, where they'll stay fresh for up to 3 months. Just make sure to label the container with the date so you know exactly when they were made. Before using frozen chocolate carrots, let them sit at room temperature for a few minutes before handling them to prevent cracking. If they have any condensation, gently pat them dry with a paper towel before placing them on your cake or dessert. With the right storage, these chocolate carrot toppers will be ready to impress, no matter when you decide to use them. And if you're curious about the bundt cake I'm decorating here, it's none other than my ultimate Easter bundt cake, the secret to perfect carrot. Bundt cake with cream cheese frosting. This cake is packed with warm spices, shredded carrots, and a rich creamy frosting that makes it absolutely irresistible. Whether you're making it for Easter or just because, it's a showstopper. I'll leave the link for the full recipe below so you can check it out and bake along with me. Trust me, once you try this cake, you'll never look at carrot cake the same way again. And that's it. Easy chocolate carrot cake toppers. No mold needed. These cute little decorations will instantly elevate any cake or dessert, making them look like they came straight from a bakery. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new baking video. Let me know in the comments how you plan to use these chocolate carrots on cakes, cupcakes, or maybe even as a fun snack. Happy baking, and I'll see you next time. And if you're looking for another fun and festive treat, check out my next video, how to build the ultimate Easter charcuterie board in minutes. It's packed with creative ideas to make your holiday spread extra special.